On April 9th, 2022, Triple G, one of the greatest fighters of our generation, set up one of the most anticipated trilogy fights of our time with the evil, pretty boy, special treatment receiving, Golden Boy Promotions.
He means Canelo Álvarez. Dude, guy's not with Golden Boy anymore. Keep up.
One of our favorite things to do when watching a master at his craft is to imagine what it would be like to build an AI robot that can do the same thing.
Yeah, and it's dope when we find projects that outline exactly how we would do it.
The capability to stand up on two legs, as shown here, revolutionizes the way we categorize multi-legged robots. We can also take motion priors from a trajectory optimization method for ducking down and walking.
That robot learned to do all that, ducking under the table while it was moving, standing up on its two wheels and then going back down again, all on its own.
So how does it work?
With two techniques. The first one being reinforcement learning, and the second one being adversarial motion priors. But let's start with the first one, reinforcement learning, or RL for short. RL is a machine learning technique that uses a reward system to train an AI model to complete a task.
In boxing, that would be the same as learning to slip to avoid getting knocked out.
Right, but in this case, the AI model is given a reward.
True, but in boxing, that moment when your arm gets raised in that championship bout, that reward is having not gotten knocked out.
So that's reinforcement learning. Now let's talk about adversarial motion priors, or AMP for short. But in order to understand AMP, we need to break it down into parts. So let's start with the A in AMP, adversarial, which represents another machine learning technique that pits two AI models against each other, a generator and a discriminator, each competing against each other, working to outsmart the other, until at the end, there's only one.
It's the generator, y'all. It's always the generator. It's a rigged game. The discriminator is just used and abused, never to be seen from or heard from again.
So dramatic. The generator is trained by the discriminator so that it learns how to generate fake data that is indistinguishable from real data. Essentially, it's learning how to create forgeries.
You mean like Canelo's 2 Triple G wins?
The other part of AMP, motion priors, represents snippets of discrete actions.
Right, so imagine you took a video of just the jab, and then another video of just the cross, and then another video of just a left hook, and then you keep going until you have a bunch of short videos.
Right. Those short video clips are motion priors. And those motion priors are used to train the generator so that it can learn how to generate fake MPs. Those fake MPs can then be used to generate realistic looking combinations.
I mean, how crazy is that?
I know, right? So maybe you're proficient in data or software engineering.
Or maybe you're just a pure boxing fan.
Either way, if this interests you, reinforcement learning and adversarial motion priors can seem a little daunting.
But don't let that discourage you. When it comes to AI, we started at 0 too, and now we're pretty decent. Actually, you can see the timeline of how we progressed through our projects, which is on our website.
That's right. And remember this quote from the GOAT. Don't count the days, make the days count.
I actually like that other great quote.
What?
Everyone has a plan till they get punched in the face.